What is going on, you guys? Brendan Esguerra here, and today, well, I am going to talk about my Amazing Spider-Man 3 project. Well, about it, it's not finished yet, because it still needs to be launched on Kickstarter, and, I can't really do that because my niece and nephew broke my computer, and my computer works, but the keyboard doesn't. And I gave it to my brother so he can get it fixed. And it's been quite a long time. So, when I see my brother, I'm gonna tell him to let me know if my laptop has already been fixed. Because I'm sick and tired of waiting, and I really want to finish my Amazing Spider-Man 3 project. And also, it obviously turns out that there might be a sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming, but here's the thing. Spider-Man is no longer going to be the Marvel is not said they were not going to have any more plans for Spider-Man after the sequel to Homecoming and the Venom movie. And Spider-Man's being killed off the MCU, and Spider-Man is being bought by CBS. Well, I think it's actually good that Spider-Man's being bought by a company that actually made some decent content. Well, anyway, because about Spider-Man Homecoming, even though it may or may not have been a good film, even though in my opinion I don't think it is, it made even less money than The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And it makes The Amazing Spider-Man 2 seem good. And I actually think it is good. And it not only that, it still deserves The Amazing Spider-Man 3. And also about the Venom movie, which is going to come out like this October. The Venom movie doesn't look so bad. It looks pretty good. But without The Amazing Spider-Man 3 being made, it's just not going to make any sense since they never made The Amazing Spider-Man 3 yet, and I pretty much doubt that Andrew Garfield would reprise his role, but then again, it's in its own universe. Sony's Marvel Universe. Or, because there's probably a chance it takes place in the same universe as The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. I'd like to call it the TASMU, or The Amazing Spider-Man universe. But however, that isn't really confirmed. And why I'm bringing up The Amazing Spider-Man 3, my Amazing Spider-Man 3 project, is because I need help with it. Like maybe some help from all of my friends and supporters on YouTube, and maybe even some of my subscribers. Since this is my first video on my Amazing Spider-Man 3 project, since, my old videos on my old channel, that was until my niece Bella deleted them. And made it her channel, even though she's only my niece and she's only like 6 or 7, I'm still kind of mad at her. Oh, and not only that, well, I also need help with my Amazing Spider-Man 3 project on Kickstarter. When I was working on it on Kickstarter, I found several people and tried to contact them with help so they could help me with my project. Some are actually professionals, and some are well known on YouTube, among others, and some not very well known. And about the people on YouTube, no, it's not going to include some of those certain people that I have quarreled and argued about my Amazing Spider-Man 3 project. No, I'm only including my friends and supporters, not my enemies. And I actually, know someone on my Instagram account who is like a filmmaker and a producer. His name, Grayson Coates. And about you, Grayson, if you're watching this, I really need you to help me work on my projects. And not just my Amazing Spider-Man 3 projects. There's also my projects for Cartoon Network, such as my Adventure Time reboot, and of course my Edda and Eddie reboot and my Totally Spies reboot, because they're gonna have like a shared universe, just like the MCU and the DCEU and the Universal Monsters Dark Universe. Because the whole shared universe thing is now kind of a popular trend. So I'm using that for some of Cartoon Network's reboots so they can actually be good. And not only that, interesting. And not just for adults or kids, but both, all ages. And Grayson, if you're watching this, I really want you to be involved with my Amazing Spider-Man 3 project, doing photo shoots, screen tests, scouting, because I can't really go to New York to film it, so I might as well, for the Amazing Spider-Man 3, it would be good if I actually filmed it in New York, but I can't do that because I can't go all the way to New York for that. So I'm gonna have to try filming at certain places here in downtown LA to substitute for New York. Well, especially with CG and post-production effects. And also, soon, like maybe during the summer, I'm gonna work on my attempt at creating the suit for the Amazing Spider-Man 3. Well, a prototype apparently. And I'm gonna need, I can't really just use, fabric. I'm gonna go for something a bit more easier, but not really that expensive, and that would be using a red morph suit and a blue morph suit, along with some red thread and blue thread and some black thread. And I'm also going to need other materials for the eye lenses and the spider symbol, and also the other features like the tactical running soles, the web shooters, the built-in high-tech backpack that's on the spider symbol on the back, and of course the realistic McFarlane-style infrared tinted eye lenses. And let's not forget the face shell. And, well, it's pretty much not going to be easy, and I'm going to have someone who actually knows how to sew using a sewing machine, because the only way I know how to sew is through thread and needle. And for making a full Spider-Man costume, I'm gonna need more than the thread and needle. Instead, I'm gonna need a sewing machine and a pattern. But I don't know how to use a sewing machine because I don't want to hurt myself doing it, and well, I don't have any patterns. Well, I don't know where to find them. And also, and I'm also going to need someone who knows how to sew. And not only that, I'm also going to have to do a test fitting, and, well, for the webbing, I could use fabric marker for the webbing, but not, well, I could use fabric marker, with like two colors, maybe black and the other being blue, or maybe red or purple. And I'm going to need someone who knows how to sew. And I also need a model to test fit it. First, I'm going to do it on a male, and then, on a female. Because even though it is Spider-Man, well, I kind of want to try to experiment it, like, differently, using different models. To see how the costume holds up, and if it's tight enough. Oh, and and about my Amazing Spider-Man 3 project. Yeah, I also need help from any of my friends and supporters and even my subscribers on YouTube. And also, I would like to show you my final design for Spider-Man's costume in The Amazing Spider-Man 3, and I would really love to show you my new and improved custom Marvel Legend of Spider-Man from The Amazing Spider-Man 3. But I don't think I could show you that, like, not right now, but soon. And I hope, Grayson Coates, if you're watching this, I hope you're listening, and you'll hear my ideas and acknowledge them. And if so, thank you. This has been Brendan Esguerra signing out. Until then, have an awesome day and I hope you like it. Peace out.